Hello, this is Harvest again, back with another guide for AFK Journey, this time for Honor Duel, my favorite game mode. Now, Honor Duel is a PvP game mode where you use your units, or you don't use your units, I should say, and instead what happens is you draft the units. And so, Honor Duel is a great way to learn the game because it allows you to play with units that you don't have. It's also very good for improving your PvP and even PvE skills because it forces you to use every unit and every faction, and it makes you especially good at PvP because you eventually get very good at evaluating the power level of your units and what combinations work really well. So I personally enjoy this mode very much, and you can see that I'm already rank 2 on my server. And my brother and co-leader of the guild is ranked number 1. And he's been ranked number 1 for a really long time. And it's not even close. So he has 100 more points than I do. And then I have 400 more points than third place. So both Miracle and me are pretty much experts at this mode. But it doesn't mean we win all the time. In fact, I've tried to record this video multiple times, and I've had some pretty bad losses. Like, I'm not trying to misrepresent you or my skills or how this mode works. Definitely, RNG will punish you sometimes, and sometimes you're just given a faction or units that you don't like, and so. And I'm sort of learning that the hard way. And of course, both Miracle and I are at a very high rating, 1700 and 1800, and so the opponents we face are very difficult compared to the opponents that we faced while getting up to this point in the ladder, right? And so don't get discouraged by my win-loss record, or if I lose today, you know, don't think, oh, this is going to be impossible for me. You can play really well and still lose. That's true in Arena, and that's also true in Honor Duel. Also, the players that you're going to face in Honor Duel are going to be probably a lot less skilled than the players I face today. So it's actually not very hard to do well in Honor Duel. So I'll give you like one other proof of that. So the number 1 whale on our server is this guy named Prinny. Prinny has probably spent probably between $5,000 and $10,000 on the game. Okay, Prinny is number 1 in every category except for Honor Duel. He has 40 million power, but he is only 16th place with a meager 800 points. 800 points, it's like half of the points that I have, right? And so it would take him probably, I don't know, 20 straight games of 9 wins in a row to get to my MMR, right? And I don't think he's going to be able to do that. He is already the number 1 whale on the server, so why isn't he number 1 in Honor Duel? Well, Honor Duel is a game of skill. You can't win by paying, right? And so that's why I think it's worth your time to get good at Honor Duel, okay? The other reason why Honor Duel is important is that Honor Duel is a mode that gives your guild rankings. So we go here. And you look at the Glory Expedition rules, you'll see that Honor Duel gives you a significant amount of points every week. And it's not very hard to get into the top 100. So even the top 200, pretty much anyone can do after watching this video. So if you're number 200, you still contribute 90 points. Which is not that different from a top 100 finish of 105 points, right? So Honor Duel is valuable both for growing your own PvP skill set, for having some fun, because this is a skill-based game mode, and also to contribute back to your guild's ranking, which will lead to rewards like this. Currently, we're ranked 8th. We're gonna get 4,000 diamonds and 10k guild coins, you know, tomorrow, because we're 8th place. So pushing your guild's ranking is going to be beneficial to you, but also to the guild. And we have a lot of ground to cover before we are in the top 4, right? And so I encourage everyone to get to learn how to do this. Okay, so if I can do it, if my brother can do it, certainly you can do it, okay? So, Honor Duel. I'm gonna buy a ticket and play a match. And let me talk to you about the 2 most powerful factions in Honor Duel and why they're the most powerful. And generally, why is it important to talk about factions? Because generally in Honor Duel, you want to stick to one faction. Maybe in a more advanced video, I'll go over situations where you might splash 1 or 2 units from a different faction into your composition. But generally, for 99% of people, I would say you should just stick to one faction, depending on the artifact that you have and depending on the units that you start with, okay? The 2 most powerful factions in Honor Duel are Graveborn, by a long shot, and then second place would go to Maulers. Why are the Graveborn powerful? So the Graveborn are powerful because of this artifact, Pale Crown. What Pale Crown does is it basically gives Sylvina the ability to one-shot units from the start of the match. And because in Honor Duel, the quicker you can get rid of enemy units, the better it is for you, of course, because obviously 5 versus 4 is a lot easier to win than 5 versus 5, okay? So because I got lucky and started with the Pale Crown and Sylvina, I'll be able to show you both why this artifact is the most powerful and why the Graveborn are the most powerful team. Now, this doesn't mean that I can guarantee you that I will go 9 wins this round, because there's, of course, some skill involved, so and some RNG, right? I can get very unlucky and not get any copies of Sylvina. I can be stuck with a basic epic level Sylvina, and that will ruin my run, okay? So it's not an automatic win, but I like my chances, and I'm glad that I can showcase the power of Pale Crown and also Sylvina, an assassin unit that I really like in PvP. The second most powerful faction are the Maulers. And for the Maulers, the core units are Reese, Coco, and probably Odie as well. Those are sort of the Mauler core in PvP and in Honor Duel. Reese is really powerful because he moves around a lot and he can really decimate squishy units really quickly. And so he's really strong. Coco is really strong because ultimates are very easy to get in Honor Duel, and so Coco's ultimate basically gives damage reduction to your entire squad, and so this is usually enough to win a match by itself. Just like in Arena, if Coco has the ultimate go off, in Honor Duel, if her ultimate goes off, you should win pretty much most of the time. So Coco is really strong. And then the third unit, Odie, is really strong. I really don't need to talk about him because you already know why Odie is strong. He is an instant kill when enemies get low life, right? So that's very valuable because there are a lot of units that are really annoying to deal with in PvP, such as Granny Danny, Igor, Brutus, and many others, right? And so it's very good to have a very high-leveled Mythic plus Odie in Honor Duel, just as it is in PvE and PvP, okay? For the Graveborn, the core units, I'd say, are Sylvina, Cecia, and Salazer. Now, Salazer is probably a unit you've never heard of, never used in your life. And it might shock you that I say that Salazer is as good or is part of the core Graveborn composition, along with Cecia and Sylvina, right? Why not Thorin? I mean, Thorin is still good. Don't get me wrong. You should use Thorin if you get him, okay? But I think Salazer in combination with Sylvina is an extremely potent combination, and the reason for that is because Salazer does HP-based damage on his ultimate. A lot of units have very high HP in Honor Duel, so he can really, cut through units like Temesia and Granny Danny very easily with his ultimate. And the other reason, and actually it's the most important reason, is that he has a very long control. So this ability basically freezes units for 5 seconds, and this in combination with Sylvina. So what happens is that your Sylvina goes in, and let's say she doesn't kill her unit that she goes in on. Well, Salazer will activate this ability, stunning that unit for 5 seconds. Okay, and dealing some damage. So Salazer with Sylvina will often secure an instant kill or two right at the start of the match. So I'm going to showcase to you that, of course, because I happen to get both of these units with the Pale Crown on this run. So at the start, I would just draft Graveborn or Maulers. And just do that, okay? And if you see the Pale Crown, you should pick it up and just draft Graveborn. If you don't see the Pale Crown, just draft Graveborn most of the time until you get comfortable with the mode. And then eventually graduate to Mauler, and then after Maulers, start learning how to use the Lightborn and Wilder units, okay? But just start with Graveborn. And then go to the Maulers next, okay? So what I'm looking for here, of course, is the Graveborn faction pack, which I got. And I got a copy of both Niru and Salazer, which is great. But I'm short 1 unit. I need 5 units, right? And I only have exactly 18 gold left, so I need to buy this random pack. No Graveborn, unfortunately, but I'm just gonna have to go with that. That's okay. I'm gonna probably win the first match very easily, because I have an upgraded Salazer with my Pale Crown Sylvina. Okay, so I'm gonna place... What is this? I'm gonna place my Lucius in the back, just in case they have a Vala, and to mess around with this enemy artifact, which brings your rearmost unit to the front. I'm gonna place Rowan here, and then I'm gonna place Salazer here. So the enemy is the Wilder team. Wilder are inherently strong against the Graveborn, but I am not afraid of them because I have the Pale Crown and Sylvina and Salazer. So I'm gonna place Nero here. He's gonna die instantly from Granny, right? And probably Byron. So I don't care. So he's gonna die. Presence. He's not gonna do anything.
Your command.
I'm gonna go for their Byron by placing my Sylvina. Hopefully there's going to be a floor bell on that spot right next to Byron. No dice, but that's okay. Granny is really strong against the Graveborn, so I can still I can lose this very easily, and looks like I will. Yep. So I get countered by Granny and the Wilders, but that's okay. I still have 2 lives left. I'm not worried at all. Okay. Niru and Igor. These are worth buying. They're definitely obviously fit the Graveborn, and they're 2 good units, but I am not impressed. So I would rather buy the dagger for 10 gold than buy a 1 copy of Igor or Niru right now. So I'm gonna skip, and I got the dagger. So I'm gonna buy the dagger for my Sylvina, because my Sylvina took too long to kill Byron, and that's why I lost that match. And so that's that. I am going to refresh again and buy this bow for my Salazar so that this 1-2 combo works a little more effectively, because the skill where he freezes a unit so that Sylvina can kill it is has quite a long range, so I'm gonna buy it for that reason. I'm out of gold, so I'm just gonna continue the match. So even though Salazar is technically a melee unit, his ability that really is the most important part of his kit is ranged. Okay, so deployment. So it's important that you don't deploy your key units at the start. So I'm gonna deploy my Lucius.
At your service.
My
Potions for sale. Buy 4, get 1 free.
And my Niru.
Harvest together.
And I'm never gonna deploy Sylvina first, because Sylvina is. It's important that I keep her location secret so that the opponent can't counterplay me. I'm gonna place my Sylvina here.
Battlefield screens.
And I'm gonna place my Salazar here. Oh, that's unfortunate. Sorry, my recording just stopped, and so I had to start my OBS again to start recording again. So sorry about the abrupt break, but I easily won the first match thanks to the Pale Crown and that match that I just showed because of my Sylvina, okay, and Pale Crown. My Pale Crown got upgraded, so I'm going to pick, of course, this one. Gives all my units 15% more damage, which is great. This Nero is worth considering, but I'm not going to prioritize him. I would rather buy the faction pack for 33 gold, which is not easy to find here. Okay, no. Thorin and Salazar, though. So I'm going to buy Thorin for sure. I'm going to sell a bunch of these useless heroes I'm never going to use. And then Lucius and Rowan are still useful because I don't have 5 Graveborn units, so and both of those are 2 good utility characters temporarily, right? And so I am going to lock Nero because there's nothing I can buy right now that will upgrade a unit or give me a good item. So I already have my items, and none of my units are upgradable. You know, if I were to refresh the shop, so I'm gonna lock this Nero or Salazar, and then go to my next match. Okay, I'm facing a Muriel-based team because of the artifact. So I'm at a disadvantage because this is a Lightborn and... Or, no, I'm actually at an advantage, sorry, because I'm Graveborn and Graveborn have a advantage versus Lightborn units. But I still need to be careful about the Muriel and Vala, right? So I'm going to be placing my Thorin in the middle here, sort of non-committally. And then I'm going to place my Nero...
Let's go harvest together.
in the back. I don't care if my Nero dies to Avala instantly. Actually, that's basically what I want to happen. And then I'm going to place my Lucius over here.
Service.
So Vala hasn't been revealed, but Muriel is placed, and the Muriel is their key unit because of the artifacts. So I'm going to use Sylvina to target the Muriel. This is why it's important to reserve your key units in the second deployment phase. And then I'm going to place Salazer here so that if there is a Vala behind the Muriel or over here behind Cecia, my Salazar is not targeted. Niru is the sacrifice. Yeah. Oh, okay, so Vala's targeting my Sylvina, but that's okay. She dies pretty much instantly. So I could have played that better, but you know, it's okay just because I one-shot the first unit and then two-shot Vala. So. I'm trying not to take so much time because I know I talk and think a lot, so I don't want this video to take forever to do. So I'm just gonna
What is the next quest?
roll with the punches here. Great. I'm gonna buy this copy. I'm gonna buy this faction pack. 2 Sylvinas. This is perfect for me. Carolina is decent, but she is not so useful without being fully upgraded to Mythic. And then I am going to sell Rowan here. And I'm going to sell Lucius because I'm not going to... I have 5 Graveborn. Okay. This Mask of Fury is the best in slot for Sylvina. And the reason for that is Sylvina's instant slash at the start of the match is not affected by negative haste. So she basically gets 100% attack with no downside. There are 2 other units where Mask of Fury is very powerful on them. The other 2 units are Cecia and Reese. And the reason is both Cecia and Reese are not affected by negative haste. So Mask of Fury is very good on Sylvina, Cecia, and Reese. All 3 are meta units in Honor Duel. So I'm going to buy that instantly. Put it on my Sylvina. And I'm going to put the dagger on my Thorin because there's no other unit that would be good on. And I am going to go to the next match because I'm not going to buy any items. I'm not going to buy any units that will upgrade my units. Try not to buy anything unless it will improve your team. Because there's no point in buying something if it will not improve your team right away, right? Okay, so a mirror match. The opponent has a Pale Crown as well. Hopefully I'll be able to show you now how I counter the Pale Crown when I face it. So what I'm going to do is try to predict where the enemy Sylvina is going to be. And I'm going to do that by placing my tanky units in the back. So I'm going to put my Thorin here in the back because very often the Sylvina will be this tile here. Okay. And then I'm going to place my vulnerable units more to the front, because the chances are the Sylvina will not be in the front. Okay, so I'm going to do that.
More merciless than the
and then I am
frigid
going
winter.
to...
Battlefield screams are the most exquisite.
Yeah. As I predicted, the Sylvina is going to be back. It's already at Mythic, so this is a very dangerous situation. But it's currently targeting my Thorn. Whereas my Sylvina, because I'm placing her second, is targeting her Sylvina, but she's targeting my Thorin. So even though she has a Mythic, Sylvina is targeting the wrong unit. So I am... Oh, and there is a Vala too. I'm gonna place near here. I don't want Thorin to take both at the same time. So I'm gonna do this. Oh shoot! So he placed the Cecia there. That's okay. The Cecia will die instantly. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna lose probably because their Sylvina has Mythic, so the Mythic Sylvina has a shield. So I could have won that if the Sylvina wasn't Mythic, but hopefully that shows you how I counter, and that almost worked actually. I'm on the ropes now. So what happens when you're on the ropes? You need to buy items to try to get enough wins as possible. Okay, so your goal changes from trying to win 9 times to win as much as possible with the time you have left. Okay, and how you do that is by buying items, and not just any items that are going to be good for units. So this this item here is the best item for Thorin, because Thorin doesn't naturally have a taunt, but this item gives Thorin a taunt. And taunting is very good on Thorin because Thorin has a retaliation attack, so which you all know about, right? And so I'm going to buy that right away without even blinking. And I'm going to look for other items that can help me. Or I might even get lucky and get 2 copies of Thorin, which would be really good. I don't think I can get 3 copies of Salazer or Sylvina, right? It's not very likely, but I'll buy this copy in case I do get lucky. No luck there. Igor, this thing is pretty good, but not game changing for me right now. Igor is better than my Carolina. Igor would have also helped against that Sylvina-Vala combination. So I'm going to go ahead and buy Igor. And I'm going to lock this one. Should I buy this purple axe? It doesn't give me enough of an edge. So I'm going to skip. I'm going to lock Igor and then refresh and see what I get. Okay, this is much better. So I have the hunting armor, which is one of the best purple items. It basically turns your unit into Brutus. So I am probably going to pick this up for my Salazer here. Yeah. And then I'm going to give the bow to Igor because he has a ranged attack. And so now all 5 of my units have an item. Hopefully this will be enough to make me survive up to 7 more rounds, or at least 2 more rounds. Okay, so this...
Everyone must pay up price.
The 2 units I'm going to place last are going to be Sylvina and Igor, because... Sylvina, because I don't want to reveal her location, and Igor, because I can use Igor to counter enemy units, right? So
let's go harvest together.
I'm gonna do this. Maulers. There might be a Vala because there is one Lightborn unit. So I'm going to place my Igor back here. And then I'm going to place my Sylvina
Present. Your command.
On the slot that's attacking Rowan, because if Rowan keeps ulting, I will lose. Okay, Reese. Reese and Coco are down. Or not Reese. Rowan and Coco down. Reese is down. Okay.
What is the next quest?
That happened so fast because of a Pale Crown. I could barely process what's going on, right? So Thorin is good. I'm not gonna buy Igor because he's not essential to my game plan. He's just fodder, right? So I'm not gonna buy him right now. I will buy the Sylvina in case I get really lucky. What is this? Gives invincibility. This is not bad, but I'm happy with Sylvina's items and Salazar's items and Thorin's items. So there isn't any significant upgrades in terms of items for them right now. So this item here is good in combination with Sylvina because it increases her crit. I might do that. Or actually, I could get a copy of Thorin or get really lucky on 3 copies of Sylvina or double copies of Salazar. So, okay, so there's Salazar. I just need one more. Yeah, there it is. And then I have 20 gold. So should I get this item? It increases attack speed. It's a pretty good item, but not game-changing for me. So I'm going to refresh one time in case I could find one copy of Thorin. No, but I got a Cecia. So Cecia is a really good unit. So I'm going to buy it. And be a little bit greedy here. And then I'm going to sell the Carolina. And continue. And hopefully I'll keep winning. Hopefully I'll be able to show you why I bought that one copy of Cecia, even though I'm on the ropes. Because if I get the amulet that gives me instant cast ultimate, even though my Cecia is only the first level, she can churn the game because of the control effect. So that's that. The enemy is a Graveborn team, so I just need to worry about the enemy Sylvina. So I'm going to place my units in a non-symmetrical tile, like here. I don't care if Sylvina attacks my Thorin. Actually, that would be a good thing, so I'm just going to place my Thorin up there. Yeah. No Sylvina, but these 2 casters here.
Present. Your command?
There isn't a way I can attack them with my Sylvina. And then I have my Igor. So I am going to place my Igor down. Because there is a chance that they have a Sylvina somewhere. So I'm going to do this. Okay, no, they placed their Igor. Okay, my Sylvina's down. Their casters are still up, so it looks like this is the end for me. My Salazar is doing work. He needs to kill Cecia. Yeah, okay. This is kind of showing you why I think Salazer is so good in Honor Duel. It's 2v1 though. So he needs to get his ult up. So. I actually won that. Wow. Salazer is carrying me. Like, look at the damage he did. 308. He did many times more than my Sylvina did. He tanked a lot. He healed a lot. So he is like really good, as you can see in Honor Duel. Wow, I'm shocked that I won that. Oh, great. Okay, so this is great. I can upgrade my. This is a reward, I guess, for the Salazer carry. I can upgrade my Sylvina fully now, and I get this purple amulet, the Gaze of Power, which gives my Cecia an instant ultimate, but reduces her damage by 50% for 10 seconds. I don't care about reducing my damage. It doesn't matter. Just getting her ultimate out fast is really good. So I'm gonna buy this instantly. I'm going to put it on Cecia. I don't care that she's level 1 in terms of rarity. I'm actually on 1 life, but I have such a powerful composition now. I'm feeling really good. I'm going to roll again to see if I can get a Thorin. No dice, but I got a copy of Cecia. I'm going to lock it and see if I can get another copy of Thorin. So no dice, but I got more Cecias. So I'm just gonna. Okay, so I'm gonna lock that one, and I'm gonna buy this single copy to maximize the chances that I get a Thorin. Yeah, so there we go. I have a very glass cannon build. I have a very weak Thorin. Okay, another Pale Crown. Okay, so hopefully I'm gonna use the same anti-assassin tactics. I'm gonna place. There are only 2 symmetrical tiles here, so I'm gonna place my Thorn in the back. Sylvina is very likely to be placed on that tile. I'm gonna place.
You're not even worth getting up
here, and then I'm gonna place my Salazer
battlefield screams are the most exquisite.
Here. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I predicted that right. So hopefully I'll get rewarded for my ability to predict the enemy. So my Sylvina is targeting his Sylvina, while his Sylvina is targeting my Thorin, which is what I want. And then I am going to place my Igor here, just because. Yeah. So I believe their Sylvina already died to my Sylvina, and then their units are being just destroyed.
What is the next quest?
Yep. That's the importance of placement. How much more can I say, really? I could upgrade Nero here, but he's not a priority. Thorin and Cecia are my priorities. Like, always feed your carries first, right? Not your supports. Now, this metal is really good because I have pretty much all purple gear. So I actually might buy that. The stats help my survivability and damage. Is it enough of an upgrade? Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Cecia. Okay, now I'm out of gold again, so we just have to roll with it. I'm not gonna lock Niru, even though he is a good unit, just because I want to maximize my chances of getting Thorin and Cecia copies. Like I said, I'm on the ropes, so I have to play greedy.
Everyone.
The opponent is using a light bearer composition, so they're gonna have a Vala most likely. My Igor will be handy for that, and the Graveborn, of course, have a natural advantage versus the light bearer, I should say. So there we go.
You're not even worth getting up for.
This should be good enough. So I fully expect there to be a Vala.
Let's turn the battlefield into a cemetery.
I'm going to do this, and then I am going to do
Present.
this because I don't like Rowan, the mythic Rowan. I want it to die as soon as possible. So, oh, no Vala. Okay. So what's happening is my Cecia gets her ult, my Sylvina goes in at the start, and then my Salazar focus fires on the same target as Sylvina, and that's how you win. So Thorin. He's still pretty far from being maxed. So the second amulet here is worth considering for Nero because his ultimate is very good. But again, I just want to get my Cecia maxed out. Yeah, and there we go. Okay, now I can consider buying the amulet for a single copy of Nero. Is Nero's automatic resurrection better than Igor? In most cases, yes. So I'm gonna buy this and show you the value of a single copy of a support with this amulet. Okay. We can't buy anything that's of value, so I'm just gonna leave it at that and then go to my next match. Another Pale Crown. I think this is the third one, and I believe I have won against all of them. So same tactic. I'm gonna place my Thorin in the back. I'm gonna keep my Igor in reserve.
You're not even worth getting up for.
Battlefield screams are the most exquisite.
Okay, so unfortunately, the Sylvina's targeting my Salazar, which is unexpected, and he's placed the Igor in such a way that my Sylvina attacks his Igor, which is a really smart move by them. So kudos to them if they intended to do that. I am going to place my Niru here because his self-res helps counter the effects of the enemy Sylvina. And then I am going to place my Sylvina also in the forward position over here. The good thing about Salazer is he has the hunting armor equipped, so he can't be instantly killed. Oh, their Thorin got a huge retaliation off. I'm holding my ground though. Yes, I got it.
What is the next quest?
These matches are pretty intense, but I am pretty satisfied with my ability to outplay and predict the opponent. But very, very good defense on the opponent's part. I was not expecting that Sylvina all the way at the front there. So very, if it was intentional, that was a very smart play. I respect that. Okay. Thorns. That's what I want to see. Igor's... at this point, I want to commit to Niru, because Niru is more valuable. I'm still going to not save the Niru, because with that amulet, he's already doing most of his job, so I don't care if he's Mythic Plus or not. There we go. Okay, now what I need is the green sword for Cecia, which instantly casts without the damage penalty. But that costs 40 gold, so it's not going to be possible for me to buy now. This Bloodthirst Stone is quite good on... what's it called? Sylvina, because of course I have no healing on my team, so... but I am happy with the Mask of Fury. It allows me to one-shot units, so... I'm just gonna basically hold out, because there's nothing I can buy if I refresh the shop that will improve my team right now, so...
Everyone.
Now that I have a mythic Thorin, I could place either my Sylvina or my Cecia behind him. So I'm gonna leave this spot open.
Battlefield screams are the most exquisite.
Let's go harvest together.
Okay. They have a Cecia with the instant cast ultimate, so this can be very dangerous.
Present. Your command.
But Cecia is targetable by my Sylvina. And then I'm going to place my Cecia behind my Thorn. That's why I didn't place my my Sylvina behind Thorin to begin with, because I need to be able to move my Sylvina to target the correct units. Yeah. mage, basically a mage lineup. But their Cecia is down in one shot. Carolina should be dead. This is very close, though. Yeah, I'm gonna lose. GG's. I think I played that as well as I could, so I'm not disappointed. But yeah, that was it. I hope that was a useful tutorial on Honor Duel. So again, to summarize, if you don't know what you're doing at the start, just pick Graveborn and see how it goes, okay? The key units for Graveborn are Sylvina, Thorin, Cecia, and Salazer. 4 of the units that you saw that form the core today. So some of the items you want to look out for are the Gaze of Power, which gives you an instant ult, which is great on Cecia. Mask of Fury for Sylvina. And then Cleric's Vestments for Thorin, which gives him an AoE taunt, which is lacking in his kit. So hopefully that gave you a good enough introduction to get you some points in Honor Duel. Thanks for your attention. Sorry for the long video, and hope this is helpful to you. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.